the power of being lazy. It is a lot of thing about that. I've been judging myself long time for playing the video games, of procrastination, doing important stuff what can potentially lead me into some success. And I've been really suffer about that. Why would I even do that? Why would I wanna waste time? That's the biggest issue. Being lazy, waste time, and all kind of this. So I wasn't even allow myself to rest. Because if I found some activity where I feel I'm resting, I judge myself about by, oh, how lazy am I? Today, I'll shift all this. You're never lazy. That's magic. When I open that, first of all, it's so much potential is that when you really accept some facts, some shifts that I will offer you today, you will realize that everything you've done, it was so great. There was nothing lazy about that. It was just you acting as it's supposed to be, just as it is. Before we go, this kind of video, this space, it's just I share from my heart. I have no script, no cuts and edits, just flow. And this flow is just for you. I'm really happy to deliver my insight because it took 10 years for me to get where where I can feel I'm balanced. I can really have joy in a simple thing. But today, we're going to speak about the laziness or being bored. In our culture, for some reason, it's not a good thing to do. Like, not overall. Our parents, history, school, all the society built in a way that if you don't do something serious, something amazing, so you are kind of wasting the time. And all this rush and willing to be busy all the time, definitely something would move society forward. That's no doubt about that, but that's how we build this wonderful world, by wanting to succeed in all things. But eventually, building all this pleasure, all this comfort, everything we see around, the technology, the everything, we start moving far and far from us, from inner you. Because those moments when you can really be bored, when you can be lazy, they are really important. And because we even cannot be there, because we absolutely starting judging, like, oh, I shouldn't do that. And that's a problem. You don't have chance to think. You don't have chance to cut yourself from this routine and allow yourself just to be you, without overthinking, without expecting something from future, without suffering from your past, which is being not always great. Just be here and now. That's what all the Eastern tradition called be in the moment. But we cannot be there. We're just not allowed to be there. And for me, it's been the same. But you are. You see, naturally, you are always trying to go there. Like you try. If I've been working so hard, I've been pushing myself so deep. Now I want to rest. It's natural process. But even by resting, you judging yourself inside your conscious saying, oh, look at that, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you don't like a job, find a better job. All these kind of cultivating thoughts, they're just running and they wasting whole your energy. Instead, first of all, the technique is sometimes be real bored and real lazy. That sounds easy and weird in the same time, but how many times you've been really bored? Like, it's even a technique when you can sit and tape or wherever you want to sit or lay and try as long as possible, do nothing. Look, just stare in the ceiling. How long you can do that? And when people said I'm lazy, I always tell them, oh, you don't know what is laziness. Laziness, you can try. Go ahead, you will see how, what openings you will have. That's a wonderful experience if you have a day off, like real day off, where you can just spend this day as much as you want. Take this day and just try to lay in a bed, but don't touch the phone, TV, news, nothing. Just lay in a bed. That's called laziness, where you laying and staring at the ceiling. But none of us do this. We call laziness like doing the same, but with the phone, watching movies. That's way different. You are just doing something all, and your brain is working, you're not resting. But those real experience of laziness or be bored can show up something in you. What Try to put it as a challenge. Can you do 1 hour? Be lazy, and you will wonder how it's hard. Like, and also add on top of that, try not to think. Just try to breathe or really look at this, like in the stairs and in the walls, and you will see how hard is that. And you will see, and interesting is trying to catch what kind of thoughts will appear. What the first thing you will really want to do. It will happen for sure. You cannot lay a couple hours. And first thing you want to do, you will see you're trying to fulfill those laziness, fulfill those emptiness. And that's the key. That's interesting. We cannot do nothing. And you will have experience that you always need to do something. Now the question what you are doing. And you can question yourself, go deep with that, found your passion, your real way. I have another technique for that. But thing is, try to do real stuff instead of just faking. We live in a society when everyone expects from you something and you expect from you something. But truth is, you are perfect already. You are complete and perfect person and character. You need nothing add to you. All you need to do to transform your life into the pure joy is accept who you are, see what's your strength, realize what's your passion about, what's your gift. Every of us have some gifts to do, what you can do for free. So real goal of this life, as for me, is just see who you are. What doing something, what are you doing by when you feel joy, not fake joy with a dopamine rush or just those scrolling. That's not a real. But who you are, that's a real question. But be lazy can answer. That's why people meditate. What do you think meditation is? Just sitting and listening your breath in, breath out. That's the most boring thing in the planet, I would tell. Because I've 2 times I've been in 10 days retreat where it's silence, where you 10 hours a day meditate. There are no more, like if you tell me what is boredom, I will tell this kind of thing. And I never done nothing harder than that. Just to sit and put all your attention in your nose, like, and doing this 100 hours in 10 days, it will literally blow your mind one moment. How hard is that? So what's happened instead with what you call laziness is when you are overloaded. Absolutely. But how you can be overloaded also is interesting, because in your life you're doing so much stuff you don't want to do. That's why you became overloaded, because you are going through resistance, through the real pressure. I don't want to do this, but I still performing because I need money, I need all this. And your conscious, your mind, wherever, trying to save you mentally and go to another extreme, like TV, computer games, and scroll the feed. That's another extreme, what your mind trying to shift you from the thing you hate or don't have a pleasure about to the thing what can bring you those pleasure. And that's too extreme. You literally don't need to be in none of them. You can be in between, in balance. You can find the process in your life, what you are performing, which is not with the pressure, so you don't spend energy on that, which is not extra pleasure like dopamine rush or like games, but just in the center. Something what you are performing, and you feel no time. You feel even like something doing this using you. That's a big. But did you see when those musician players perform amazing music? It seems like it's not them. It seems like a flow. That's what they call. I saw a lot of interviews. They say, I felt it wasn't me performing perfectly as it should be. And every of us have these kind of processes. We can find the flow. That's what I'm offering. Instead of laziness or overloading by a job what you hate, fine. It could be something. Some people find joy in sport. Some people find joy in music. Some people find joy in some, handcrafts. Because they also, something when you realize the thoughts dimmed, you can be in a process. My father, for example, loved to do some woodcraft. He's doing amazing things, chairs and furniture from the wood, and it's just incredible. And that's also, he said, it seems like time passed like moment. When I'm doing this, I feel a flow. That's what you can go opposite of laziness and boredom. Feel your flow. But to reach this, you have to go through you. You need to remove the layers of expectation, of your fears, of your desires, all of those. Bubble. The bubble you create within your life, and those process I said, those inner you is hiding inside. And imagine how hard it is go that deep to find yourself. That's why right now we have a wave of people like asking, who am I? What I'm doing here? What's my passion? Why I'm living? All kind of this stuff. Because the layers start giving a cracks. Because more and more people realizing there's nothing in there. Those extremes give me nothing. Money, I buy stuff, it's not make me happy. I buy new car, for a while I'm okay, but then it's just regular. But I spend, I pay, and also those kind of things need to be there. In order, you see it's nothing in there. You need to hit the rock bottom and you need to see the money. That's what the life about, experience and how you approach in your own book. You're reading the book called You. And the book, chapters, that's how you describe the reality. What kind of chapters you have in there, that's important. And don't judge yourself. You are perfect. You're great. Everything you've been doing was amazing, was in place, in time, the best you can do. I allow you to write this chapter in your life. For this moment, my flow is done. I've been really happy to share it with you. Thank you for your attention. Have an amazing life and a beautiful day.